Hello, my friend. I take this opportunity to help you or now to deal with some questions pertaining squares and square roots of whole numbers. I know you have taken some of your time to listen to me. Thank you very much, and don't take it for granted. And these are the questions I'm going to help you deal with. You can also try them before I show you how to do them. You can just stop your video, then you do the equation too. I'll also share a link which you can use to do the questions with the self-marking system. There are 10 questions, so the first one was find the area of a square whose sides are 34 centimeters. This is a square, the sides are, this is 34 centimeters, this is also 34. How do we get area of a square? It is length times length or side times side. Our side is 34, so 34 times 34, you just multiply, you get 1,156 centimeters squared. Our question number 2 was find the square root of 256. This is the mark which can stand for square root of 256. So when you're talking about square root, you want to get that number. When you multiply by itself, you get 256. So that number will be 16. So square root of 256 is 16. Such that if you multiply 16 times 16, you'll just get 256. The next one was a square piece of paper has an area of 676 centimeters squared. What is the length of one side of the paper? So this is a square. We can just sketch a square. This is a square piece of paper. So you are told the area is 676. And remember, if you want to get this area, you are supposed to multiply side times side. In other words, they are asking which is that number when they multiplied with this side and the other side here, they got 676. So you just get the square root of 676. Which number do you multiply by itself? You get 676. So make sure we are together. Make sure you are following, my friend. So if you multiply 26 times 26, I know you know how to get the square root of numbers, whole numbers. So if you multiply 26 times 26, you'll get 676. So the side of this square or this paper is 26 centimeters. 26 centimeters. The next question was, what is the sum of 1 squared? This is 1 squared. 1 squared means 1 times 1. Sum meaning you add the square root. Which number do you multiply by itself? You get 1. So 1 times 1, you get 1, plus square root of 1. Which number do you multiply by itself? You get 1. The answer is 1. So 1 plus 1, the answer is 2. The answer is 2. The next question is, the area of a square piece of land is 8,100 meters squared. What is the perimeter of the land? It is a square. You can just sketch a square. That is our square. You are told the area. The area of this square is 8 8,100. 8,100. So the area is 8,100. That is area of the square. How did we get this area? We multiplied length times length of this square. So which number do you multiply by itself? You get 8,100. You can just get the square root of 81, which is 9. Then you get square root of 100. This is 100. Square root of 100 is 10. So 9 times 10, you get 90. So, my friend, 90 is one side of the square. So now you say, remember we have a keyword here. What is the perimeter of the land? What is the perimeter of the land? Perimeter. How do you get perimeter of a square? A square has 4 sides. Perimeter means you go around the finger. So we have 90. We have another 90. We have another 90. Then we have another 90. So we have 4 90s. So it is 90 times 4. Perimeter will become 360. 360 meters. Not meters squared. Meters. So the answer is 360 meters. The next question is Kariakomo as a square piece of land which is 129,600 meters squared. He divided it into 4 square plots. What is the length of each plot in meters? So it means this Kariakamor, that is a very big name, had a square piece of land. He divided that piece of land into 4. So you are supposed to divide the area, which is 129,600. Yes, you divide that area by 4. So once you divide, you will say by 4, 1. By 4, you have 3. Because of 12, then we have 9 divided by 4, you have 2. Because of 8, we have 16. 4, because of 4, then we have 0, 0. So each plot of land, each of the 4 squares which are plots, it will be 3, 2, 4, 0, 0. This is the area of each plot of land. Remember, the question is asking, what is the length of each plot in meters? So this is the area, and remember, area of a square is length times length. So which number do we multiply by itself? You get that 2,400. So you just get the square root of 324, which is 18. Then you get square root of 100, that is 2 zeros. It will be just 10, you multiply. So this is the length of one side of the square, one side of the plots. What is the square of square root of 144? Remember, when you are talking about square, it means, for instance, if you are told to get square of 2, you just multiply the number by itself. In this case, the keyword is square. Square of square root of 144. So you are supposed to start first by getting the square root of 144, which is 12. Remember, square root means the number when you multiply by itself, you get like what you are given. In this case is 144. So 12 times 12 is 144. So the square root of 144 is 12. Then now get the square. Get the square. A square meaning you multiply the number by itself. So it is 12 times 12. Our answer becomes 144. That is the answer. Remember, the keyword is square. What is the square of square root of 144? So you must get the square root of 144 first. you get 12. Then you get the square of 12, which is 12 times 12, you get 144. The next question is talking about what is half square root of 1156. So the keyword is half. What is half? The square root of square root. This is the mark for square root. 1156. Which number do you multiply by itself? You get 1156. You can just approximate. For example, 30 times 30. 30 times 30 is 900. So this is more than 30. The square root of this one is more than 30. 40 times 40 is 1600. So it can't be more than 40. So our number is between 30 and 40. And it must end with, which number do you multiply by itself? You get 6. First one is 4 times 4. So it can be 34 or 36. So you try these two, 34 and 36. You see which one will give you 1156. 36 times 36, it will give you 1296. 34 times 34, it will give you 1156. So our answer becomes 34. And remember, there was a keyword which was half the square root. We have got the square root of 1156, which is 34. Now you get half of this. You multiply by half, the answer becomes 17. The answer becomes 17. What is the sum of the square of 9 and the square root of 81? The keyword is sum. Sum. So sum means you add, and we are adding square of 9. Remember, square means you multiply a number by itself. So 9 times 9, that will give us 81. Then you add the square root of 81. Which number do you multiply by itself? You get 81. It is 9. 9 times 9, you get 81. So what is the sum? 81 plus 9. You have 9 plus 1, you get 10. 0 carry 1. You have 9. The answer becomes 90. 90, that is the answer. The sum of the square root of 9 and the square root of 81, that becomes the... Lastly, we have square root of 16 squared. Here we have so many instructions. We have the first one is that. So you must get the square root of 16 squared. Most of the cases, we have square root cancelling with square, so the answer will become 16. Alternatively, you can also get square root of 16 squared, which is 256. This is 16 times 16, you get 256. If you get square root, it will be 16. It will be 16. So now, find the square root of this. Remember, we have just calculated this. We have done this one now, where we have got square root of 256. Now you get square root again. Square root of this one. So square root of 16. Which number do you multiply by itself? You get 16. The answer is 4. So our answer is 4. Thank you very much for watching. I mean, God bless you. Have a nice time. You can also subscribe to this channel so that you can get more videos which will help you in your revision. Thank you very much. Nice time.